Well, TMFAST viewers, after 4 remarkable Saturdays of drama, 8 weeks of fierce preparation, incredible tracks, and driving spectacles, the regular season of the Southern Cross Cup is complete, which only means one thing. The playoffs are ultimately upon us. Long awaited, the final stage of this fantastic event will be held starting this weekend, where we'll see 40 Australian and New Zealand drivers competing to be crowned as the champion of their respective division. But before we get to the players, we have to talk about the key points and crucial sections of the crazy tracks that they'll be driving on, so that you know what to look out for as you're watching along.
Robbery. Like all of the 9 incredible Eurus mapping tracks we'll be looking at, is a mixed map with a primary style or 2, this time being dirt and tech. The key section to keep your eyes peeled for is the ending 15 seconds, starting with a tight uphill chicane which has already claimed the lives of many drivers. The chicane leads into a drift, which rewards an early 4th gear as you head into the ending, where you must ride along the outside dirt into a speed check risky finish. Virtuoso is next on our list with an infamous style, Ice. This entire map is chaos from start to finish, beginning with a large hurdle as the drivers take a narrow ice slide into a plastic straightener to grab a reactor, which sets them up for the first big slide of the map. But the madness really unfolds in the ending. The car must perform 2 full 70-degree wraparound slides, first lining up to get around the flagpoles into the final checkpoint, then the other around the hole into the floating bobsleigh finish block. We're off to the water park for the next map, as Van Man takes us through an ascent to the top featuring its many pools and unique transitions on our way there. Out of the starting 20 seconds, the drivers jump into a pool, grab a reactor and head up the mesmerizing wet wood and bug slide tower, trying to straighten out and hold speed into the dirt as we come up to the notorious water wall ride, where you can bounce and get sent flying out of the track. At the top of the climb, the ending stars an underwater booster where a difficult snap no-slide can be performed, propelling the cars to the peak as they balance their wheels on the wavy pool borders into the finish. Ivory is quite the mixed bag of styles, with dirt, grass, plastic and wood all featured prominently, but this map is most known for 2 key parts. The first starts as the drivers enter a pool then jump onto the wood with wet tyres, where the tightest line is the best to crucially hold 3rd gear and zoom onto the grass, the exit of which has a possible no-slide on the outside turn, leading into a wood fling onto the plastic as we come up to the legendary Ivory ending. Famed for its difficulty, it forces the players to barely hold grip as they take a leap of faith into the finish below. Tilia is green everywhere you look, and that's because almost every turn and block is grass. And although this track looks quite homogeneous, the driving tells a very different story. So let's take a look. The consensus has held that the most difficult section of this track is its start, where the drivers must keep speed around the turn and show off their precision on the platform, when landing in a clean 4th gear gives a massive speed boost, setting them up to cleanly weave between the poles, down and into the reactor, where holding the gear around and down the slope is critical for a fast slide. Fast forward to the last 10 seconds of the map, yet again keeping 4th plays a key role as the players rocket onto the reactor, and through checkpoint 10 they can dare to risk by jumping to skip some of the penalty hill into the finish.
Alright everybody, how are we feeling tonight? Welcome to day 1 of the SCC, We have an insane amount of matches for you today. We have got the semifinals coming in just about 6 minutes, with the semifinals 2 straight after that, and then we move to Div 3 for the semis, then we go back to Div 5 for the grand finals, and then Div 3 for the grand finals of the last match of the night. I hope everyone has had an amazing, amazing day. I could not tell you in words how goddamn excited I am for this event today. So, I mean, what else is there to do? Just get into it, right? So let's have a look at the SCC maps that we're going to be seeing today. So for Div 5, we're going to be starting on Virtuoso here, and then moving over to Robbery and Vandamned. Vandman? Goddamn, every time. And just a little bit of a chat about the maps and what to expect here so far is the first map we'll see in Division 5 is Virtuoso, picked by the winner of Division 5's regular season, Xylo. Xylo has a crystal clear consistency on his own pick with a best time of 52.677, placing him an entire 3.3 seconds ahead of second place, whilst his medium of 53.919 is a whopping 3.5 seconds ahead of second place. With only 5 players participating in these playoffs having played official rounds on Virtuoso, Xylo's comfortability on ice will surely secure him a large lead over his competitors. On the other side of the bracket, Nebula has shown confidence on this map as one of the only 2 players in Division 5 to have under a 1 minute median time. I imagine she'll find herself enjoying a boost in points against anyone who has not given this difficult map the practice it needs. The next map we'll see here today is going to be Robbery. So Xylo once again finding himself in the top 2 of both best time and median. However, it is BTH who holds the best time in rounds on the map with a 58.319, a 0.105 lead over Xylo, although with a median of 101.429, BTH looks to be the favourite of his semi-finals bracket on this map. I expect Robbery to be the closest rounds we'll see among Division 5, with 6 drivers holding sub 102 mediums. These rounds will be intense. With this map having been out the longest of the 3 maps, the drivers have had more than enough time to destroy these previous bests, and I'm sure we'll see some damn fantastic finishes. And finally, the last map we'll see in Div 5 map pool is what I would argue is going to be the most predictable map across this entire tournament for Division 5. Vandman is known for its high skill ceiling and its brutal sections that turn small mistakes into players being multiple seconds behind the race leader. With only 6 players having even played this map in rounds, it is impossible to know what could happen on this map given the consistency struggles Division 5 drivers may face across the total rounds played. Xylo once again finds himself with the best median time, holding a 58.183. However, it is BTH in first place for best time, holding an impressive 55.963, a time we should expect to see broken with more time played on this map for the 8th playoff competitors. So hope everyone is super psyched for this. We'll get into the Div 3 maps in a little bit, but let's have a look now at the SCC Division 5. Just realized the rest of this is showing as well. Give me 1 second. As it is, bang bang. There we go. All right. It is Archie on commentary today. So with the Div 5 thing, this is not loaded as properly as I wanted to. Always gonna be tech issues. There we go. With Div 5 here, showing what's going to be the brackets that we are looking forward to today. So, it is going to be in the first round that we're seeing tonight, it is going to be Xylo, Bucket, Llama Beans versus Bread. Xylo being, of course, as I mentioned before, the favourite for Division 5. Xylo has showed an incredible amount of consistency, an incredible amount of pace, and has just been completely dominant so far in Division 5. So I expect Xylo to move on. He will be a lock, should be a lock for top 3. He's saying don't say that, but we all know how damn good Xylo is. And we have Bucket, Llama Beans, and Bread as well. Bread actually not being someone that did qualify to the top 8, but given people leaving and having to drop out, he is here, but still should not be counted out in any way, shape, or form. Bread has shown great pace and decent consistency when it matters, so we'll have to wait and see what he can pull out here. The same for Llama Beans and Bucket, who both have some very nice times on all of these maps. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see what Vandman holds for these drivers. If anyone's played Virtuoso and Robbery, but still on the second side of the bracket, it is Nebula Nix, who finished second, I believe, in the wait, Brad, are you not playing? Well, GG. Well, GG, never mind. So ignore that. Shit. But it's going to be a battle between Neb and BTH in the second round of the semifinals. Yeah, that is going to be an insane matchup. Custodian as well is going to be rivaling here for that top 3 slot. And once again, it's only the top 2 make it into the grand finals. So it's going to be Pengi's a sub in for Breadman. So I know Henniston's not playing. So what is that going to be? Is that just going to be a three-man bracket? Because I know Ethan isn't playing either. So what are you doing with that one? Clueless? Alright, well. Okay, well, anyway, let's get into the rounds as they are about to start. We'll have to wait and see what this is going to look like. But yeah, everyone get excited. We're going to go straight into semi-final 1. Semis 2 will just be 3 players. Okay, no worries. Yeah, JM is not playing 5th, bro. Hell no. Alright, so as we get into, let me quickly go to tournament mode. And if you thought the intro video that we had, once again, shout out to Pengi for the graphics, to Marzi for the media tracker, and also to Rhino for editing the video with Maito and myself doing the voiceovers. But you'll see, we got some custom plugins here, ladies and gentlemen. We got some custom things going on. We have gone all out for the production of the SCC, what could be one of the biggest Australian tournaments in TM20 of all time. So we could not be more excited for these races. But it's going to be Pengi, Xylo, and Bucket warming up for now. We're waiting on one more player to join. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be such an amazing tournament. And New Zealand, of course, and in New Zealand history as well. But yeah, I hope everyone's excited as I am. I am damn near shaking with excitement. So I could not be more hyped to get into this. But I hope we have all had a great day, as I've said already. And I hope everyone enjoyed the starting video. That's something we thought of in the last 2 days that we thought was a cool idea. And it's just the amount of effort that went into that has been insane. So once again, a massive shout out to Marzi, Rhino, and to Pengi and Maito as well for helping that out. Wake up, Archie, I'm here, bro, I'm here. Anyway, if you missed the video like Afini did, because he's a fake fan, there is the YouTube link. You can go and check that out once again. But I'm not too sure how much time you're going to have, as we should be getting started in any second now. And W Pengi ad hoc, and W Pengi. Hey, speaking of which, is playing today despite being in 10th position because of the people dropping out of Div 5, just not being able to make it today. I'm the track master here since the skin. Gamba, you're so... Although, how do we do a Gamba for top 4? Do you guys want to just do like who's gonna win the bracket, or marbles? It's 30 minutes till 3 AM until you hear that. See, that's real dedication. Shout out Astra. And of course our American viewers. No, I do dumb shit. Oh goodness. We're not doing marbles. We are not doing marbles right now. You know, of course, also got to give a massive shout out to Eurus Mapping for all of these maps that we'll see today. Also a shout out to Split for helping fund this, and of course a massive shout out to Runner as well for, as the name suggests, running the event, for creating such an incredible tournament, the first time he's ever done something like this, and what a damn success it has been. So super excited for what we're going to see today. I mean, these matches are going to be intense. These matches are going to be crazy close, and also they're playing for a prize pool. So with more on that, we'll talk more about the prize pool for each division as we get into the finals. But yeah, I hope everyone is as excited as I am. I keep saying, I'm repeating myself, that's just how excited I am. But yeah, I mean, the first map, as I said before, is going to be on Virtuoso. We can have another look at the graphics if we want, while we wait for everyone to warm up. But yeah, heading back to the graphics now, it is So once again, it is Virtuoso that we are starting on, and then we're moving to Robbery, and then we are finalizing on Vandman. But we will be switching back every time. It is going to be a finalist game mode. I'm not sure what it's first to. I think it's first to 50. Well, I could be wrong, actually. What is it first to again? My mind's blanked. See, this is why you have the rulebook up next to you. Oh, don't. This is my mistake. Zylo already asking for the backwards in round 1. GG. Oh, nice helmet. But yeah, silence quickly. I just start reading messages, that is my fault. Alright, so. Man, I'm excited. Man, I am hyped. Here comes Llama Beans into the lobby now. Let me quickly transition back over from the amazing graphic that Pengi made. Yeah, so we're just waiting on everyone to ready up. And we'll be good to go. Yeah, we'll do... I don't know if we can do a prediction. Fuck, we'll do a prediction for who's gonna win. Because why not? I gotta go quick. So into the warm-up. Here we go. So I do got a change, I'm pretty sure still. SMH, I forgot. Oh, there it is. I cannot see my keyboard because my mic is in the way, so excuse the slow typing. Can we do Gamba? We can. So yeah, here we go into the first round of Division 5. Let's wait and see for what is going to be holding. I think that was Pengi already with a crash at the start. So Pengi, not the best start that we want to see. It's Zylo into 3rd position actually right now, but it's going to be Llama Beans with a interesting line on to the plastic section. So it's going to be a bit of nerves to start us off here, but it's Bucket taking the lead for now, but Llama Beans and Zylo battling it out here in the back section of the map. Pengi is 2.8 seconds down already, but Bucket is on an absolute heater right now, already 1 second ahead of everyone else. He is looking dominant so far to start us off, but it's going to be Llama Beans with a bit of a slide out. It is now Zylo into 2nd place contention, but Bucket is getting gained on quite a lot, must not have had the best landing into that grass section. So now Zylo on to the end. We'll see if anyone makes a mistake here. Zylo getting a decent line through. Bucket looking untouchable for now. Zylo is catching back up, but it won't be enough. This Bucket will take the first round of Division 5. So yeah, the track record so far for the playoffs is going to be Bucket with that first finish. A 53.2 is the time that he sets. Rip the 4 out of 4 for Zylo. And Pengi will see if he gets a finish. And what did it say? Yeah, points limit is going to be 120. So the first person to finish, and then we move on into a finalist mode. So it is still pretty close. These rounds are going to go for a little bit here across these 3 maps. But yeah, we've got the top 1 percentage and the average place. And the average consistency here on checkpoints. So god, this UI is cool. But Zylo with a much better start here. It's going to be Bucket. The round winner is going to be far behind at the moment, as Llama Beans is still in 3rd. So Zylo in 1st for now. Did I get new Wi-Fi? No, I got my old one back. But Zylo driver looking comfortable here in that 1st position. Pengi going to get overtaken maybe by Llama Beans. Both of them with the brake taps around that icy section. Pengi versus Llama Beans. Llama will overtake the Victorian driver, but it's the Queenslander. It's the Queenslanders actually bookending this map. It is Bucket 2.2 seconds behind, and Xylo, who is going to be securing that 53.4. I'm not sure what the line Pengi's taking there. He might get caught up to Bucket, but Bucket having to respawn will still be in third. The slide out again, but Pengi has to respawn as well. Absolutely a disaster class from both of these drivers, but it'll be Pengi in third, and Bucket, the round winner of the last round, in fourth. So showing the volatility and the difficulty of this map already. But it is the Ice player finding himself back into first place with 2 rounds for the start. So quick 16 points in. It's the 2 Queenslanders on top for the moment. Having a look at the battle now between this number 1 and 2 drivers here. With Mum's a little bit behind. Pengi already 3 seconds down. I'm not too sure what happened to him. He must have had to have had a respawn. But I've got to say, Bucket is looking very strong so far in this map. He has been showing some incredible pace so far. And Xylo has definitely, as I said before, has had the consistency, has had the pace so far in the regular season. But it is looking like Bucket for now is going to be the best driver on this map so far. But there, as I said, it is going to be a crash from Bucket. So now into third position, Llama is still within striking distance of the Queensland driver Xylo. But it's not going to be enough. Actually, having to respawn himself as well. So it's going to be still Bucket in second place. And Pengi is still far behind. Llama will secure third place. Damn, that ending was beautiful. Says Xylo. Pengi just making sure he can get in the finish. He just barely does so. So it's going to be an average place of that. But his PB is a 106.002. So the pace not looking good for the 10th place driver. But still with 10 points, everyone in double digits, but it's Xylo, sorry, with a very nice lead so far. A 7-point advantage over everyone else. Pengi going to be removed from the vehicle if he doesn't start to push. So mean. Here we go, Xylo once again with a good start. It's Llama and everyone else neck and neck trying to chase down the Queenslander. Pengi going so close to the wall, but it's actually going to be Xylo with a slide out. And Bucket now finds himself into first position. And here we go, Bucket now finding himself alone in the lead. 1.1 seconds back is going to be the New South Wales driver Llama Beans. Pengi in third. Xylo a rare 4th place on this map. So definitely a little bit shaky, a little bit restless perhaps on this map. But Bucket is driving very, very consistently here. Llama Beans looks good. It's going to be Xylo in third, sniping away from Pengi with the PB. So there's the pushing you wanted, Drafty. But just not enough. But yeah, but Xylo and Bucket, this little battle that they have going on here is a 1-point difference between the two of them at the end of Virtuoso. So moving on now to Robbery. And I think we'll see a bit of a different story here. We'll see if Xylo can keep the pace up. As I mentioned before, had top 2 consistency and pace on this map. But at the moment, it does look like Bucket is going to have a little bit more momentum, taking a only 1-point deficit on what should have been Xylo's comfortable pick. As I highlighted already, he looked so dominant in the regular season on this map. So to only be 0.1 up ahead, or sorry, only be 1 point ahead of your direct rival in this division, in this semi-final side, is not the kind of spot that he wants to be in. I miss this map. This is a great map. I'm surprised more people didn't take it. But here we go into the second map, into the second round. Pengi with the good luck in chat, showing the good sportsmanship. But will it be Bucket? Will it be Xylo? Will Llama Beans or Pengi have something to say about trying to catch back up into the lead? Eyes are on the New South Wales driver for the moment, but it's going to be Bucket in first for now. Still, the 2 Queenslanders driving onto a great start, but it's going to be Bucket with an incredible drift line. And yeah, it is a pleasure to watch this map again. We have not seen it since week 2. So a beautiful map. And once again, it was 4 weeks of regular season play, 8 weeks of grinding, and then the 9th week being the warm-up for this playoff series. But Bucket and Llama is having a very, very good joust here. It's going to be Xylo, who is 4 seconds down. Pengi catching back up to the New South Wales driver as well. But it's Bucket who's still so far ahead, and this is not looking good if you're Xylo driver. but Bucket is looking incredibly strong right now. Have a seat into his end, but it's going to be a small clip there. I don't think it's going to be enough for Llama Beans to catch up unless he makes a major mistake into this dirt section. Does not take the outside too well. Will be going for the risky. A question mark on if Div 5 drivers would be going for it. It is going to be Llama Beans taking a safer route as well. Xylo driver, I believe, also going safe, and Pengi going safe as well. Bucket having the confidence, having the consistency to drive into that risky line, and it's absolutely rewarding for him. 10 points on the board for the Queensland driver, putting himself into first by 5 points. And yeah, it was a question mark on if people were going to be driving that risky. I know Maito asked Xylo if he was going to be going for the no slide ending line, and he responded quite convincingly, hell no. So we'll leave that one to Cambo and the higher bid drivers. But now Xylo, with a bit of time needing to gain here onto his Queensland rival, is it going to be finding himself in first, already 0.25 up, but is losing a little bit of time in these tech sections. Bucket looking very, very comfortable on these tracks so far. First for a reason, 40% crash rate, but it's going to be another crash there. It's going to be Llama Beans now in third position trying to catch back up, but Xylo is looking so strong for the moment. I don't think Bucket got too much of a speed loss here. We'll see if he can keep any sort of gear in this section. I don't believe he did, but it's going to be Xylo still finding his way in first, unless he crashes here, or although we have seen Bucket go for the risky, so actually maybe if Xylo is not feeling that confident for it, he will go for the safe. Bucket will be going for the risky. He might snipe on the end, but does not get in the finish. He would have done it if he landed. But yeah, it's going to be Bucket again with another respawn. So what went from first to last, feeling like Xylo on Virtuoso, and he still can't get it. He might not even finish committing fully to this risk. He will go for it again and will finally land in there. He would have sniped it away from Xylo, who went for the save, opted for the better line. End the stream, says Xylo. I just realized I'm called Archie in the server. Very good. But yeah, so now Xylo driver taking that lead back. Save is not in Bucket vocab. It does not look like it. So here we go once again. Will it be Bucket now driving these insane times, being on the back foot? Pengi very nearly avoiding that line. It's Llama Beans with a small clip as well, so it's him in fourth for now, already down 1.2 seconds. We'll see if that deficit is going to grow or he'll be able to catch back up to Pengi and second place. But it's looking like Xylo with a very, very nice set here so far. We saw him in the lead the last race, coming first last round, but Bucket would have sniped it away with a large deficit. Pengi going all over the place now, switching back to Bucket, who is still trying to catch back up to the Queensland rival. But Xylo is looking so strong right now to start us off into the final section. Bucket is now a comfortable second-ish behind. So will Xylo take this opportunity to go for the safe? He will do so. Bucket is going for the risky, and he hits it this time. Xylo not able to keep that safe ending fast enough, and he's gone for the risky once again. He has hit it, and it's put from what was a 0.8 deficit now to a 0.2 lead. And so saving himself a second, taking himself back into first position. And what a race this is becoming between the two Queenslanders. Llama Beans is looking quite strong as well. Pengi, for someone that was 10th, is doing quite well. But I realized Bucket actually falling at the back. It was Llama Beans with a clip just as I was praising him. So it's now actually Pengi finding himself into first place position. The Victorian driver, he's got Vic on the back of the car, and he is looking good. Bucket is still trying to close it down. He will have a little bit more speed, but as I switch to him, it's going to be crashing once again. There goes Xylo. What is going on? Thank you for the follow as well. We've just hit 210 follows. Thank you all so much for the support. But it's Pengi. He finds himself alone at the top of this pack. The Victorian driver is looking so good right now, and it's a small clip there, but it's, I don't think, gonna matter. Xylo needing to go for the risky, but it's another clip again. Bucket's respawning. Llama Beans now finds himself in third position. Pengi will be going for the safe. I don't think, oh, Xylo will be going for the risky. It won't be enough. Pengi finds himself in first place. What is going on? An unbelievable round. Great round in chat, says Pengi. The only one to only crash once, I believe. Everyone else damn near crashing 5 times. Unreal from the Victorian there. I can't believe what I've just witnessed, and suddenly the scoreboard, the deficit that he found himself in, not looking so bad as we move on to, as I said before, the most volatile map, the most difficult map, the hardest to stay consistent map in the entire competition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Van Mand. This is a wet plastic water map with a lot of bug slides, a lot of crash points, and I do not... If you thought the last round was something of miracles even for Pengi, expect more stuff like this. This is going to be incredibly intense. I think we're going to see a hell of a lot of crashes. I don't think we're going to be seeing anyone going for a certain line at the start that we will see probably in Div 1, because that's the only time this map is going to be played, in Division 5 and then all the way tomorrow in Division 1. So get excited for that. We'll see if Pengi's played this map too much. I don't know how much he's done in terms of prac and warm-up, but we see Lamis with a 55.4 PB, a 54.3 for Bucket, and we will not know what Xylo's is. But yeah, good luck in chat once again. We'll see now what this is going to be pace-wise. How are they going to drive? It's Bucket with the first crash of the day on to Van Mand. It's a great map. And there goes Lamis. There goes Pengi. It is Xylo, the only one to survive the first two checkpoints. And here we go on this map. It's going to be now, once again, another clip from Xylo. And this is the Div 5 we were expecting to see. There goes Pengi now, once again finding himself in first place. The bug slide looking great for the Victorian, getting a little bit of airtime, but won't be enough to alter the line, not getting the no slide snap that I would expect anyone really in Div 5 to be going for, to be honest. But here we go. Is anyone going to bounce out of the water? It's looking like no for the first couple of people. Bucket is so far behind, already 17 seconds. Xylo is 4 seconds as well. Pengi, I believe, is in second place. Yeah, only a little bit behind Llama Beans. And suddenly the two people in third and fourth are not down for the count in any means. Llama Beans looking great here through the end. Pengi will hopefully still be able to keep that second place. There goes Xylo with a bit of a water bounce as well. Pengi gets in the finish, and it's 10th, and it is 10 points for Llama, and 6 points, sorry, for Pengi. So suddenly the score a little different, a little bit shaken up even for the rankings. It is Xylo and Bucket now, having been last 2 rounds in a row. And yeah, it's going to be Llama Beans catching right back up, meeting himself in the 50s. But with Xylo now 60 points, he is halfway through to... Sorry, he is halfway through to the finalist mode. I believe that was Llama Beans with an immediate slide out as well. We've seen that doesn't really matter given how people have been driving on this map as Xylo goes into the wall. Bucket and Pengi, the only two to survive so far. It's going to be Bucket now nearly hitting the wall as well, but looking good so far. The furthest we've seen 2 drivers make it without crashing, and there goes Pengi into the wall. It is Bucket, the only one now, on to good run watch. I believe anyone with a close run will probably just end up being track record for quite some time. Keeping in mind, Nova does have the world record with a 52.714. Bucket gets the water bounce clean. So does Llamas. Xylo and Pengi are so far behind that it's not even worth looking at them. But Llamas is looking good for now. It is Bucket still in the lead. A 1.7 second lead between him and the rest of the competition. But Llama Beans is still looking great so far. I mean, this start has been great. He's going to have a lot more speed in the end. Not enough to catch back up to the Queenslander, but still 1.5 gain in that final section. But Bucket is going to still hold on to first place. So, able to stave off Llama Beans for a little bit longer, who is eyeing down that second position. Pengi is going to be in last. Actually, an incredibly close round between between Xylo and Pengi. But it's going to be Bucket finding himself back into first place with that first place position. So 68 to 64, Llama Beans on 56, and Pengi on 42. With that first place and second place back to back for the Victorian. He finds himself in the lead again through the no-break section now. Pengi is looking good, although a little bit of an awkward line, having to release a little bit there. It's going to be Bucket getting a little bit of airtime as well with Llama Beans still in the mix. A bad line for Xylo. Llama Beans looking great alongside Bucket. Once again, we've seen this round go well for both of them, but there goes Llama Beans sliding off the map. It is at Bucket into first position right now. We'll see Llama Beans. I think that was a water bounce, though. The Bucket might have just got. I might have tabbed away from it just a little bit too early. Xylo now trying to hunt him down, trying to get back some points here. on the board, but it's still going to be Bucket getting that grass reactor section so clean. It is just these two drivers. Pengi is so far away, and so is Llama Beans, but it's going to be a water bounce for Xylo. The plastic bounce to keep in line for Bucket here should secure him a new track record. What a run. The plastic bounce, so tactical for Bucket, and that's a PB for Xylo. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Bucket moving up to 78 points. Xylo will find himself at 70. And Llama Beans at 60. Pengi will see if he can finish. He should be able to unless he makes a crash here. He won't do so. So yeah, finding himself with 45 as well. So the score line still looking pretty close for all four of these drivers. Pengi a little bit behind, but as we've seen before, anything can happen for the Victorian. But Llama Beans making a couple capitalizations on some crashes that Bucket and Xylo have had, and definitely finding himself back into contention for the top two spot. Once again, it's top two that move on to the grand finals, and we'll get to compete for that top three cash prize. There's going to be Xylo with a bad line to start us off here for this final round. There goes Pengi sliding off the map. It's going to be Llama Beans, I believe, in second place. Bucket in first once again, but Xylo, goddamn, Llama's even. Llama's once again crashing on that reactor section. We'll see if he gets a similar result. Bucket with a crazy line. Anything but that water bounce is what the Queensland driver is saying. But still Xylo in second place. Everyone else 2 seconds behind from Xylo, and Bucket is just 0.25 ahead. Sorry, 2.5 ahead. Xylo finally not getting that water bounce in that section. It is the two Queenslanders back to regular position here. It is a new track record once again, a 55.2. for Bucket with a 54.3 PB according to Breadman. So definitely showing how good his pace is. I don't even know what happened in the bug slide. So this map, as I said before, needing to be practiced. We saw last time with Div 5, only a couple people played, and it was a volatile map. A lot of crashes, a lot of mistakes, but we head back to the ice map that Bucket found himself able to compete with Xylo. Once again, Ghost Sports woo. Absolutely. We love sports here. Yeah, so back around we go. It is Bucket in first, 88 points. Xylo in 76. Llama Beans in 64, not far away. Look within a lot of striking distance of both Xylo and Bucket. And Pengi still able to make some noise if he needs to. Once again, with finalist mode. It's first to 120 points. It doesn't say in the warm-up, but I don't know, you can tell the years later. Yeah, so first to 120, but also it is finalist mode. So if you do not know what that is, that basically means that once you reach the 120 point threshold, you have to come first in a round. You have to win at least one round. The moment you do, you've moved on, you've made it to the grand finals, but you still have to get that win. So if you've been coming second place every round, Llama Beans with a major crash as well. If you've been coming second place every round, you have to get one win here if you want to secure a top 2 position. But still, it is Xylo and Bucket looking so strongly. Two favourites of this semi-final bracket. Looking great to start us off here. It's Pengi, who's shown a little bit of inexperience on this ice map. I don't believe he played it previously in the regular season. But Bucket and Pengi so far behind. Sorry, Pengi and Llamas. I keep making that mistake. I do apologise to the viewers at home. But Xylo in first place, Bucket in second. See if either of them can catch back up. Sorry, if Bucket can catch back up to Xylo in this end, but I don't think it's going to be so fruitful for him. A PB for Xylo, a 52.4, and that is a damn good time. So-called caster. Chill on me. Chill on me. PB by 1 second, says Pengi. And it's third place for the Victorian. Can go much faster, though. There's Xylo with a nice time, nearly, but it's going to be Bucket 6 points away now from that triple-digit spot. Have to wait and see if he's going to be the first one to hit that finals game. But there goes Pengi flying off the wall as well. There's going to be Llama Beans and Xylo with a very good start so far for the two drivers. The New South Wales driver has shown incredible consistency and pace so far. Not consistency, sorry. But he's shown the ability to capitalize on mistakes from Bucket and Xylo, which has put him still within striking distance of the two. But it's going to be a respawn, I believe, for Llama. As I'm saying that, so it's Bucket overtaking him. Xylo looking in first place, as he should be. on the ice map here. Once again, his pick, but everyone else is neck and neck. I think that was another respawn from Bucket, so Zylo should be comfortably in first place here, 5.6 seconds ahead. And it should be, yep, there he goes, another new record of 52.2, getting within 2 seconds of that world record. How's Archie's internet so good? What did I miss? I got it back. I did some tomfoolery and managed to fix it. Hopefully. If it cuts out halfway through, I will be devastated. When does Smithy play? He plays later on tonight, which you should know considering I think you're also playing at the same time as him. There's 1080p. Listen, buddy, you're not getting it. You are not getting it. Oh yeah, no, Smithy is in Div 1. Well, what am I talking about? What is Casters talking about? This is embarrassing from him. But yeah, so once again, Bucket into first place, 2 more points. As long as he finishes, he will find himself into the triple digit position. See you, Jupiter. I really hope he's not in Div 3, bro. I think Smithy is bad. No, I just think Div 3 is so good. That's why. You are not in. Yeah, Bucket, a smooth round here so far for the Queensland drivers. It's actually a very close round once again. Zylo having caught up a lot in points, leaving Llama Beans and Pengi quite far behind. But there we go, triple digits for both the Queensland drivers. It'll be 108 points. Would you like some company in the casting booth for the next matches? Sure, why not? But yeah, Pengi will still be within striking distance, nearly at the halfway point now for the Victorian as well, who, once again, did not know that he was playing until recently, so did not have too much time to crack. Rosa, I'm not answering that. Cast a posture check, you don't want that. It's bad. I'll give you that notification. It is bad notification. Yeah, no, my back is not I'll say that. But it's going to be Lami and Bucket both getting a bit of a wide line. So Lucy doesn't know. Someone redeem posture check onto us, don't do that. Basically tire people, says Bucket for that previous round. But he's going to be in 5th. Lami's looking like he's going to eat a lot of snow, actually an incredible amount of speed loss. So once again, the Queensland drivers finding themselves in 1st and 2nd place. Why would we have that as a lead? Why would we have that? But Zylo in first. We'll have a look and see what he can get as a time. 52.4 is going to be for the Queensland driver posture check. Alright, bro. I'm checking it, I'm checking it. There you go, Llama in 3rd position. Pengi will see if he can get 4th, sorry. He will do so. Hang on a minute. hang on a minute. Just one moment. There we go. Pengi finds himself 22 seconds down, but the ice map not his forte for sure. I should probably practice for this at some point. Yeah, maybe. Oh, you're in Div 4 right down, so you got a week. Like, you're fine. Oh, I should say that as well. Div 4 will not be played this week. They'll be played next week. I believe before Overdrive. Or maybe after. Something like that. I'll do it. What is that? You said there's like an actual like 17 million. I think I can do that. But drink some water and then fly. There's some water in the water. Why not? There we go. Saving the best for last. I mean, you guys look like the closest division for the first 2 weeks, and then all of you just stopped playing. So it's a little hard to say that. Back to Robbery, which we saw. Yeah, Overdrive is next week. Get excited. Doug, you should know. Actually, you're not even playing, but you should know it, by the way. Just in case. Div 2 is going to be similar tomorrow. All of the divisions are going to be similar, bro. But yeah, no, Div 2 and Div 1 are going to be tomorrow. Same time start. And once again, I could not be more excited for that. But it's going to be Bucket and Zylo in 1st and 2nd for now. Once again, the 2 race leaders' favourites for a reason, as they are putting on an absolute display of skill here. Llama Beans has played great, as so has Pengi, but it's just been dominant here from the Queensland drivers. Whereas Zylo a little bit of a worse line than Bucket, but will still maintain a decent amount of speed. Bucket over to the inside line on the jump, so Zylo an early landing will keep a lot more speed, neither of them keeping 4th gear through that section. Can we get a Pookie versus RG exhibition map? No, because it's embarrassing. I don't want to lose. Here we go. So this is where you keep 4th gear, not the previous section. I believe Xylo actually might have with the speed boost over Bucket, who is going to be in 2nd place. We know that Bucket will be going for this risky finish, although with a small crash, it's going to be Xylo forced in with the pressure, knowing that Bucket will go for it. A new track record of 58.8 from Xylo, celebrating the fact that he got the risky finish for the first time. I'll type one hand behind my back and play with the Maxwell Carskin. Okay, now we're making it interesting. Well, you're on keyboard. One hand behind the back doesn't do anything. So anyway, here we go. So double finalist for the 2 Queensland drivers here. So for the record, if Llama Beans or Pengi want to make a catchback, if they want to catch back up, if they want to secure a grand final slot for themselves, they will need to they need to get 1st place every round they can before both of these 2 drivers finish 1st place. But here we will see it's actually going to be Bucket and Xylo in 2nd and 3rd. Pengi is leading the way for the moment in 1st place. The Victorian driver putting on the pressure to try and snipe these finalist drivers away. And here we go, but it's going to be a crash from Pengi, unfortunately. Xylo finding himself now in 1st place with Bucket sneaking up right behind him. Llama Beans still 0.4 behind. He's going to be out of the picture unless one of these 2 drivers makes a mistake, but it's going to be Xylo in 1st position for now. Can Bucket snipe it away here? We'll see if either of these drivers get a good line through into the end section. Xylo is currently 0.2 ahead, but it's going to be Bucket with a small crash. Xylo finds himself in 1st place. We'll see if he's going to go for the safe or if he'll go for the risky. He will go for the safe. Bucket, will he be the one to go for the risky? He won't do so. It'll be Xylo driver moving on in 1st place position into the grand finals. And now it is time to see if it's going to be Bucket following him as well. A great round from both of them. And yeah, we'll see now if it's going to be Bucket able to keep the Queensland streak alive, able to meet his compatriot in the grand finals. And yeah, our first finalist echoes all my points. Who did you bet on, Graffiti? Did you bet on? Who did you bet on? But yeah, here we go. Bucket now. It is up to him. Pengi on a certain number of points. Llama Beans is on 89, so a comfortable lead here for Bucket, but still within striking distance. If Llama Beans gets 4 first places in a row, he will hit finalist as well. So not out of the question for the New South Wales driver to be able to do. Pengi with a DNF. Okay. DNFing on that. And thank you once again, Bugler, for the 100 bits. Thank you so much. But actually, hang on a minute. Llama Beans is in 1st place. I was too busy at the bits. And thank you for the 5 bits earlier as well. Astro, you are a curse, says Xylo. Welcoming back into the chat. Well played, Xylo, as well. But suddenly Bucket is actually crashing as well, so hang on a moment. Llama Beans is looking good, at least poised to take another 1st place position away from Bucket to close down that points difference. I don't think Pengi is going to play another round because he is just going to DNF on the funny number. So it's going to be a 1 versus 1 between the two. A PB for Llama Beans, a 58.9 is a nice time. Faster than I could drive for sure for the Div 5 drivers. But yeah, Xylo hit the track record so far, 58.8. And with all due respect to Xylo, I do expect to see that get broken. There goes Pengi once again. And now Llama Beans 1 point away from the triple digit. We'll see if he can get there. He will do so as long as he finishes. But Bucket in 1st place, looking to claim that 2nd place in the grand finals, to claim that ticket to hunt down for the cash prize for the top 3. But here we go. Llama Beans is going to have the crash. So it's going to be eyes on to Pengi here. Can he be the one to snipe it away once again from Bucket? But it does not look likely. Here it's, I think, just going to be Bucket into the grand finals unless a miracle can happen for the New South Wales or the Victorian driver. I didn't realize he's got the buh skin on. Do you have that emote? Do we got buh? Someone type buh in chat. We'll see if that's actually a thing. But yeah, it is gonna be. He's going for the risk. He might miss. He does. Hang on a moment. Wait, Llama Beans is going for it now. If he hits it, you idiot, says Xylo. Llama Beans sniping it away. Holy shit. Why did Bucket go for it? Try to end on top. Try to finish with a good line. Pengi is not finishing in 3rd. I don't know what Bucket's doing. He's also... No, he did finish, sorry. Bucket, what was that for? Llama Beans not expecting to secure another win, taking it to triple digits. They're taking it to Van. Yeah, they are actually. Hang on a moment, because Llama Beans has shown great pace. Outside of the reactor section, Llama Beans might still actually get the win. He might be able to do this. An unlikely comeback in the first damn match we are watching would be unbelievable. Bucket, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, says Xylo Driver. And hold on a moment. Hang on just a second here. This is not what I was expecting in the first match at all. Llama Beans showing a great start. Yeah, Bucket now, it is time for him to put the pressure on a little bit here. He knows that Llama Beans is going to make some mistakes. Everyone has made mistakes on this map. We've not seen a clean round yet. He holds the track record. He just needs to win one of the next four. Sorry, the next three even, because Llama Beans now only 11 points away. Bucket has practiced maps on this map specifically. I can imagine so. But yeah, here we go. 54.3 PB for Bucket. And then Llama Beans as well, still within striking distance here with a better start than Bucket. Pengi is he's doing Pengi things. he's holding that points number for sure. But Bucket versus Llama Beans here. We'll see Bucket with a better start. We'll see if Llama Beans is going to make a mistake. Nearly sliding out there. He will, I believe, survive. But it's going to be Bucket with an incredible line, not having to safe that at all as Llama Beans has to do so. But can the water bounce claim another life? It won't be Bucket. It won't be Llama Beans either. So it's still Bucket in a comfortable lead. For the moment, it is looking very, very strong for the Queensland driver here to close it out. He's a second ahead of Llama Beans. He just needs to get this final turn and he will join his friend, his brother Xylo in the grand finals, and he will do so. A 55.3, getting it done, and what a time it is. No boing, no fun, but that is going to be the first semi-finals of Div 5 as we move on to the second map, and Pengi he's going for it. He's flying. He got the points that he wanted. Boing in the second part, but too slow anyways. Yeah. There we go. It's a shortcut, oh my god. Going for the world record lines. And that's going to be it. Well played for Xylo and Bucket. They'll be moving on. A near unbelievable miracle comeback for Llama Beans. Was so close and yet just not able to keep the consistency. Or sorry, keep the pace, I believe, on Virtuoso, which was going to be the downfall, given how many times Bucket got first and seconds on that map. But we'll be moving back to now having a look at the graphic here. So we'll be moving into the semi-finals 2, which once again is, hold on, let me pull that off myself as well, is going to be Nebula Nex, BTH, Custodian, and that's it. No Henny. Henny is not playing, unfortunately, as a Tasmanian. That upsets me. But it is what it is. No one is in the lobby yet. Thank you for the raid, Pengi. You played great, brother. Congratulations on reaching your personal goal of getting that amount of points. I know you're happy with that. Tasmanian. Tasmania isn't Australia. Alright. Had to bring it to Van down. Of course. Okay, hold on. Wrong transition button. There we go. As much as I disagree with the Tasmanian statement, we do not support anti-Tasmania messages. It is mean, it is rude, and it's quite frankly upsetting. But yeah, so just getting warmed up. To be fair, Duck, no, but yeah, asking her competitors to join the VC. Well, they're going to be a little locked in with the classic Dora the Explorer car skin. It is so pink. But I was drinking from a plastic bottle. I'm actually drinking from a 2.5 liter. I don't even know what material. I mean, actually, no, it will be plastic, but not like the crunchy plastic. Water. I have the Twitch stream up though. Hi, Custodian. Just got here. Welcome, stars. You missed an absolute cinema round one of the first match. The first match went insanely well. It was Xylo and Bucket moving on, but not exactly in the way that you'd think it would. So, a little surprising. What is the thing? What are we talking about here, lads? Some Give 5 shit that I'm supposed to make my bit. Alright. Is it FFA rounds? Yeah, it's finalist mode. I was gonna force you as a player and make you drive 4th purely for me. I am so glad you didn't do that. A bit of cars on gameplay never hurt anyone. It hurt me. It would hurt me. My controller is not even like on my desk right now, but I have to run and grab it out of my room. Is the other player not showing up? No. Henderson was busy today. Where's my pad? Oh, true. Sorry. Smash prediction. Yeah, there you go. And now we are going to do another prediction. Now I think this round is going to be incredibly close. I think between Neb and BCH, this is going to be cinema. But I think Custodian as well can show some incredible pace on this map as we move into the warm-up section of the map. You had your coach and still only got a 52 on this map. The shots fired from Dynamo, that's crazy. There you go, predictions up. And yeah, I think the ice map should claim the lives of a couple people here. I feel like Xylo being the only one really knowing how to drive ice. So I mean, part of the reason why I picked he also just enjoys the style for some reason. But yeah, here we go. It's actually going to be BTH with a clear start, being better than everyone else. Never mind. Looked like a great start until then. So it's going to be BTH with a bad start as well. So it is actually just Neb finding himself in first place. A little bit of wiggles across the flat section. So do not expect the most amazing ice driving, as it's another respawn from Neb as well. So it's going to be BTH finding himself back in first once again. Had a good start, showed the most comfortability on ice without the crash, but actually was a really nice car skin as well. He's off a 12k bet on BTH's man. I don't hate it. Obviously, as a Tasmanian, I've got to support Neb. But I think this is going to be a very close 3 rounds outside of this ice map. I think this ice map is just going to be who can respawn less. But yeah, okay, so the first track record is a whopping 57.4 for the entire state of Tasmania. She's got to lock in. Alright, so the first couple of points are set. BTH getting out to a strong start with 10 points on the board. And yes, once again, first to 120. And And then once again, it is finalist mode if you have just arrived. So BCH with a very nice start actually. Wow, the almost no slide line in that dirt section. It's never going straight into the wall. Custodian is looking good so far, but it's BCH now with the best start. Looking like the only single person actually having practiced this ice map a little bit. Although it is a very hard start on a difficult map. But BCH still looking good. Despite that crash, is only going to be up, I say only, is up 3.5 seconds ahead of everyone else. Neb trying to catch back up, waiting for a mistake from BCH if she can secure first place here. It's going to be BCH with a very, very nice start and mid-section. We'll see if that 58.7 gets beaten. I would assume that it's gonna. There's no way Div 5 is going to be triple Queensland. I think it's guaranteed to be triple Queensland. To be honest, I mean not guaranteed, but you know what I mean. As it's another track record there, 55.004 for BCH. And then Neb coming in with a 59.7. See, I mean, can he finish? We also know how this map does take a little bit of time to warm up on. We saw with Pengi as well, in that first round was not driving so well until about the fourth round. And then in the second half actually drove quite well, I think, in the second time running on this map. But yeah, so a good start for BTH. Neb and Custodian tied with 10 points. But a 20-point lead already for BTH. Not the most for the moment. You see this dirt line here. Wow. I mean, the outside dirt section is so insane, but the speed is too much for him. And it's going to be Nebulae finding herself into first place for now. BTH is going to be in third. We'll see if that last one is more speed than Custodian. And we'll snipe it away here, showing comfortability once again on this ice section. Looking how good he gets it. There's going to be Neb still holding a lead for the moment. It's going to be 2 seconds ahead of everyone else so far. We'll see if BTH can do much work to catch back up to her. Yeah, the ice looking very, very nice for BTH. He has put a lot of time into this map, and you can tell by the mastery. A bit of the nerves maybe in the start, going so fast, perhaps just learning how good he can get that line. But it's going to be Neb still able to hold him off for the moment. A small clip onto the snow there should do it for Neb. Unless he makes a mistake like that, the slide out is going to secure BCH another first place, back to back to back for the Queenslander, showing a very, very strong start for this division. Neb in second once again. Custodian in third place. What could have been a first place position for Neb, just sliding out right on the final turn. And a great snipe from BTH to hold that 30-point margin. Sorry, that 30-point performance is the word that I'm looking for. You know, English is a hard language and I can't speak it. Just a little fun fact there. It's BCH once again into the wall. I don't know if we'll have the same luck as last time, especially with the second crash. This one should be Neb's for the taking, unless she makes a major mistake. That's my fault. Neb, if you're watching this, I apologize. Custodian goes straight into the wall as well. And hang on a moment. BCH, though, he's so far behind. Surely not. Surely he does not have another catch-up once again. But still, Custodian in first place for the moment. We'll see the Neb with a lot more speed onto the next ice section. We're actually overtaking him on the start of the ice slide. So Custodian now back into second. BTH is still going to be, he's done well to catch back up. Already caught up 6 seconds from everyone else, but it's just not going to be enough. The 12-second deficit that he found himself in at the start of the map is not going to be that good for him, as you would imagine. Neb now cruising into the finish. Oh, nearly sliding out again. It's going to be a 1 minute 05 time. A smooth finish there is the word that I'm looking for. It's an easy word to forget, I'm sure. And BCH finally not finishing first in a map. But yeah, a great start. Also, I just realized Runner said he wanted to hop in VC. I apologize, Runner. I'll join that now. There we go. Ignore the Trackmania horn that you just heard. Team F, it was. I mean, they were cooking. They were cooking. Yeah, here we go again. What's good, Runner? What are we doing? Let's make sure you just talk for a sec. Oh, you can't. That is where you should be able to be held. Where am I? No, they definitely can't hear you. Interesting. It should be working. Hold on. You know what? Is that why? If I hit that and then...
I love OBS.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hello. Type 1 if you can Trackmania.
Type 1. Alright, that should be good. On to the next map now. And we see it's
BTH got a huge lead already.
yeah, massive lead for BTH, and I think I don't want to say race favorite given how well Ned played in the regular season, but it definitely was always going to be between these two drivers for the top spot. Henderson not being in, I think, is a shame as well, because I think he could have definitely made some noise for the top two standings of this division. But alas, just too busy with work. Yeah, BTH once again.
Ed also did mention that she wasn't feeling the best this morning, so
Yeah.
that might be having some effect on her gameplay, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. But of course, at the end of the day, she is still here, so commending for her, but it's going to be BTH with a missing section on that risky finish. The risky finish once again showing a couple of mistakes. Custodian, I believe, nearly sniping it away from Neb as well, but just able to hold on for a 103.04. How many divs are playing tonight? We will have Div 5, and then after this match, we're moving on to the Div 3 semi-finals. And then when those have been finished, we'll move on back to the Div 5 finals and then Div 3 finals.
Exactly. It's going to be slightly different tomorrow because of New Zealand Zoomers needing to get to school on time on Monday morning. We're going to veer the Div 2 final before the Div 1 semis, but hey, it'll be fine.
Right, okay. That's fine. Maybe Div 1 final before the Div 2 semis, you said?
No, so Div 2 is going to be semi final straight away. There's going to be no gap.
That makes sense. Exciting to watch that too. You better. It is Neb in second place for our Custodian, right behind and not really too far out of it. But BTH is looking very strong once again. We know how damn good he is. But Neb actually coming back up in points, so only 2 points behind him now. If he misses this risky finish again, we'll see if she will capitalize once again. He is going for it, and he will hit it this time.
Got that. Very nice.
58.0 is a very nice
Good
time, actually. Yeah, only 1.5 seconds off the world record.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, a good time from him. And now comfortably putting himself back within a 6-point gap between him and Neb. So not too far. I mean, we've seen a 40-point gap nearly get beaten. So
yeah, that's the wonders of finalist mode.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was so certain I wanted to have this format in playoffs, because it can be
Ooh.
quite volatile.
It's going to be the no slide for both BTH and for Nebula as well. Sorry, it is the no slide? No, what am I saying?
Yeah, it's a no slide.
No slide? Yeah, I always forget it. But yeah, it's going to be Custodian now into second place. BTH still able to hold that first place. Neb trying to catch back up but slamming into the wall as well. BTH finding himself once again alone at the top of this map. His dominance has been unreal so far. The 66%. Team Taz, the OKC of TMFAST. Do not ever call my state OKC again. I damn near banned you, Booney. I'll be honest. I damn near banned you. Tab over to Neb stream and she's singing her heart out. Okay, at least she's having a good time.
Yeah, I'm glad she's enjoyed herself. Another solid time from BTH, getting under the minute barrier, jumping up to 58 points.
Well, shooting token, me too. Aren't OKC good? OKC are like, yeah, look, man, they're the favorites and whatever, but at the same time, like you don't want to be them, you know? They play bad. They play. You got benchmark and I'll say true. Inevitable scripted protected chat. Wait, is that Custodian in first place? It is actually Custodian finding himself in first place. I think it was BTH and Neb both crashing a little bit. I was too busy looking at chat, so it's your guys' fault for not seeing that. It's going to be another no slide there for Custodian. He still is able to survive. Preemptively widen the line just in case, but it's going to be Custodian now with the drift. able to get so much more speed through these next sections. Nebula is still within the mix as well. We'll be able to catch back up, and still for the first time we've seen a within 1 second round for everyone. Neb keeping a very nice time custodian, a bit of a release there as well, but it's BTH finding himself so far in the lead for the moment. And now coming into the risky finish. Will he secure first place, or will he have to respawn? First place secured for BTH. A 101 there for BTH. Neb with a 102, and Custodian another 102 as well, but just a little bit behind.
BTH getting a bit fancy at the end there. Did a bit of a no slide snap at the end of the dirt.
Ooh. Buddy thinks he's can though.
And now we go to crazy water map. This will be interesting. I don't know who's practiced the most on this out of the players in the semi. I was aware. Unfortunately, Bread didn't end up playing, but Bread put a lot of time onto this map. It was a real shame that he ended up being unavailable. It'll be good to see.
Thank you, Marzo.
Chat, does anyone remember what the track record on Van Med was on Semi 1? Or can anyone check? I'm curious to see the pace difference.
Oh, Booney's got the answer for you there, mate.
Oh, I bet it was. Ah, okay.
Oh, yes.
Let's see if BTH can get close to that.
Yes, it's going to be BTH in first. Neb is lagging a little bit. It's not me, I swear to God. But it is BTH in first place once again. Neb is still in second for now, despite the lag spikes. I don't think they're affecting her too much. I think that's BTH actually sliding into the pole. Still able to get the reactors, so he will be fine. We'll see if the boing is incoming for any of these drivers. BTH has shown so much. He's been so confident in his driving ability, and he's absolutely shown how good he can be. It's not going to be a boing for him, not a boing for Neb. And Custodian now, the last one. Will we see a boing? I don't think so, not with that speed.
Ooh, BTH with the bug slide line on the grass.
Yeah, here we go once again. BTH is looking good for the moment. It will be a 56-0 for the first track record of this map. Neb coming in second place, and Custodian should be able to finish with a very, very slow and cautious line through. There he goes. My PB
Great lines all around though.
A 54.
Interested to see how many other people are going to use that bug slide line on the grass.
I think we'll see it a lot in Div 1.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't care that you broke your
Great
own. You take
line.
that back. Yeah, so I got to lock in a little bit. Is once again BTH in first, and Neb is in second for now. So Custodian once again not getting that best start. I don't think he's really got that line too much. He might not have actually played this map too much, looking at the caution that he's driving here. So maybe not had the time. Oh, Neb with the bug slide snap into it. So BTH still far and away ahead of the rest of them. But it could all end there. It won't be a boing for him. It won't be a boing for Neb. And so now back to BTH with Custodian being too far away for us to be able to check. The bug slide once again, a little bit of a short bug slide, but I'm not too sure if it's that beneficial not getting it for that long. Just losing a little bit of speed. But still, we won't see anyone going for a no slide snap in the water section that we'll see. With
54.8. That's a great time with this map.
Yeah. 54.8 is a really nice time actually.
Especially with some shaky lines at the start. I can see BTH getting a 53 if he strings it all together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 88 points now for the Queenslander, 66 for the Tasmanian, and 46 for the Victorian. So 20 points between everyone, which does seem like a lot, but it's only 2 wins. Best map in the map pool. We have fun.
A bit of an air fight there for BTH at the start. Yeah. Neb catching up a little bit.
Still closing it down between her and BTH. So BTH, the bug slide line that he gets is so insane. Neb with a bit more of the steering taps there, so it will be BTH finding himself in first place comfortably once again. Could all end on the Boeing, but it won't. Neb won't Boeing either. And Custodian still just not able to really keep the pace of these other two drivers. Nearly getting a Boeing himself, actually, but still not that good. But yeah, there we go. BTH now getting that bug slide so well. I think, yeah, Neb with a small crash as well, a big crash even. So she might get sniped away by Custodian. We'll see what BTH time ends up being. A 55.4 is a great time. It's going to be between Neb and Custodian. Custodian getting a better line through, but with a small crash into the finish. It will be falling off there. The wet wheels. It'll be Neb sniping it away by 0.2. Unbelievable from Neb there as well.
Well played, well played.
So Custodian.
This final semi is quite close.
Yeah.
The point gaps do look big, but it's just because there's 3 players. It can all flip on its head depending on the map.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think BTH is just looking. I think it's pretty safe to say at this point, unless it's a major upset. Unless his power cuts right now, I do not think he is gonna really be beaten. Or he like, I don't think Neb and Custodian can both beat him to deny him the grand final slot.
Yeah, I would highly doubt it.
He is playing out of his mind. Yeah, wow, I mean, just look at the bug slide. The excellence on display from the Queensland driver. Already 1.3 seconds ahead of everyone else. No Boeing for BTH. Oh, nearly for Neb, but it won't be there for her, thank goodness. He can restart his PC and probably still win. Is this semi or grand? This is semis. Yeah, so BTH with another clean run. Once again, a 56.2. For the Queensland driver. Not the best pace that he's shown so far in this race, but to be honest, I forgot to play most of these SEC division events. Yeah, no. I think we're aware of that one, Remke. Did you play a single one, actually?
Remke played the first one, didn't he? Or did he play the second one?
I'm not too sure. Yes. Okay. But he's played 2 maps. Played first and second. Oh, okay. I am the best.
To the ice map.
Yeah.
I'm really to see in the final if BTH is going to be able to match his fellow state compatriots' pace. Because they were both very quick. Bucket and Xylo were both putting out really good pace on this, even for higher divisions.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, curious.
His pace is pretty damn good, but I think it's his inconsistency that has really been bad for him. I think the one time he got a clean run, it was quite slow, it was quite safe. You can see his PB is a 51.9 and his track record is a 55. So definitely leaving a lot of pace on the ball. We know how good his start can be, as we see immediately there. So I do expect to see him win in finalist mode potentially on this map. But Neb is actually contending with him quite well so far on the start. So we'll see if the Tasmanian driver has anything to say about it. On the honorary worst SEC player.
He crashed the exit.
Yeah, big crash there from BTH. So it'll be Neb once again in first place, and this is what we were talking about just a second ago. BTH has the good pace, but not really the consistency to support the speed that he's driving. So now finding himself with second place, but we'll see if that gets sniped away from BTH. It will do so for now. It's all up to Neb into this finish. We've seen that she has not had the best finishes so far, but it's looking like she's going to get a good one here. Nearly crashing there. PB4 53.8 is a nice time from the Tasmanian driver as well. And there goes BTH into second position. So now moving himself up into a 114 points position now. So with 6 points, he needs to get second place or first, and will reach finalist mode, being the first finalist of the semi-finals 2 of Div 5.
Reaching 114 means he has avoided the dreaded 119 in cup mode, where you're 1 point off a finalist and have to drive a whole nother round.
Yes, which we actually saw Llama Beans in that position.
Yeah.
It didn't amount to anything, of course, but the crash as well from BTS. I think he has this insane start line that is, I think, the fastest we've seen it for quite some time. but just not really able to keep up that speed. Oh, it's a slide out though from now, I think releasing a little bit too much. Custodian though is into the wall, so it's still she'll actually gain time here on the rest of these drivers, given the shaky line, which is quite funny to think about. It's going to be BTH, who is now catching back up 3 seconds from everyone else. There's no way 84 people are watching. Buddy, this is great content.
Brilliant content. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But Neb is still in first place. BTH now finding himself into second. A small little bit of clip into the flagpole won't be enough for Custodian to really make any noise. It's going to be Neb still in first, so she had to respawn. That could have been dire, but she won't. And then, yeah, BTH, not the most amazing time. Another 59.6 from Neb, so pretty good. And yeah, so BTH finding himself into finalist game mode. Xylo sad-faced, BTH says.
Yeah, having Virtuoso picked in Div 4 and 5 is not the 2 divisions that I predicted it would get picked in. I thought it was going to be either in the upper divisions or not picked at all. But
yeah. I was expecting to see it in Div 1, I think. Cambo was originally saying he was going to pick it, but I think that was before Van Dam came out. I know if Nova would have liked to have picked this map, but he promised Hollis that he wouldn't. So
bit of insider trading.
Oh, of course. A bit of aura farming, a bit of aura safety for Hollis. I still don't have a time on Virtuoso, lol. I need a week to crack. Weevil, you gotta get on that. There would have been some people getting banged if that was picking it one there, but there would have been. But still, BTH in first place here, looking to close it out. Neb's still driving a pretty good pace considering, but BTH just been so damn clean on this map when he gets a good run. A 53.0, and there we go, finally showing a bit of a good time to match up with Xylo and Bucket in the next round. And there he is, GG's to BTH. He will join the other 2 Queenslanders into the finals. So yeah, Queensland 3 for 3 for the moment. And we'll see now, is it going to be Neb with a comfortable lead over Custodian, or will the Victorian manage to rile back up and overcome a 38-point deficit?
Big gap jump. And with Neb getting starts like this, I'm not sure that he's going to be able to bridge it.
Yeah, this ice map has definitely been a pain point for Custodian. I don't think really showing much crack. Is I think the word that I'd use there. Definitely saving a lot on Vandman. And
yes.
Also with this map just not showing too much comfortability on the eyes. I think the pick from Xylo really messing him up, which is evil from Xylo, and we should all make fun of Xylo for that. But I'm just kidding, don't actually do that. But yeah, so it's going to be Neb in first place. And I don't think she's really going to get caught up to here. We will move back onto Robbery, which Custodian did show some good times. He showed good pace on that map. One of my favourite maps of the map pool. But there we go, a nice little 58.6 from Neb.
With how the point distribution works, next round, regardless of where Neb places, as long as she finishes, she will get finalist. So, Custodian just needs to lock in and defend some finalist rounds, and maybe we can get a double. Yep.
A simple 5 wins in a row would do it for him.
That's correct.
So not too hard, not too bad. I don't think he's gonna have too much trouble able to do that. Pretty easy, pretty simple. But yeah, so now, as you can see in the bottom there, the average placement of a 1.75. It's a 59.6 PB for her and a 101.7 for Custodian. So by all means, by all metrics, Neb should be able to close it out here on this map. But we also said that about Bucket last round, and that nearly did become a bit of a problem for the Queensland driver. Custodian cutting. So yeah, here we go. Is this going to be the second final round of this Div 5 semis, or will Custodian be able to rally back up and beat Neb, which would be one of the most insane comebacks I've ever seen in Trackmania. But it's actually a good start for the Victorian here. Both of these drivers getting a nose slide, but it's going to be Custodian with a better angle for it. He actually is a lot more prepared for that no slide line than anyone else I've noticed. So potentially not even bothering to go for the drift. So we'll see. Yeah, once again, yeah, so a very, very late drift there. So altering the line a little bit, knowing he has a pretty decent gap ahead of Neb. But still, a respawner crash would allow the Tasmanian driver. She would be able to catch straight back up. So still
Already closing the gap.
Yeah, the gap is closing
Back
quite
up.
heavily, actually. And there we go. Wow. Incredible line from Neb. I think keeping the gear there and showing the difference in speed that can give you. Custodian, though, is still fighting for it. We'll see if either of these drivers go for the risky line. None of them going for the outside dirt section. It'll be Neb going for safe, and Custodian, he had to go for risky there if he wanted a chance to secure first place. But it'll be a 0.153 difference between the two of them. And it's a 102.8 from Neb. So not an unbeatable time.
No. I think as long as Neb gets the first drift, I think the round should be pretty much over. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. So here we go again. Custodian now with a bit of a worse start. We saw him get a good start last time. Neb not hitting the wall. So will be a pretty decent position for her. Although Custodian actually catching back up, so maybe she could slightly clip. Avoiding the plastic blocks there as well is the Victorian. The no side line once again plaguing Custodian, sorry. And Neb is looking very strong. Already a 0.5 lead ahead for the Tasmanian driver. Custodian is still trying to catch back up. He is not going to go down without a fight. But still, the small little bit of airtime there. It's not looking ideal unless it's a massive crash from Neb. I think she saw what happened to Bucket, although hang on a moment. Custodian will have a lot more speed. She might actually now have to go for the risky, knowing that she crashed. Custodian now still doesn't have much speed. She won't go for it. She will go for it. They both go for it. It'll be Custodian and Neb both missing the finish. Hang on. They both respawn at the same time. Neb will go for it again. Custodian might not. Custodian, he is going for the save. Neb misses it again. It'll be Custodian taking first place away. Hang on a moment. 88 points now for Custodian. It is still a large mountain to climb. A 110.3. What a time that is. Average APAC moment. And yeah, unbelievable. So Custodian, I was just saying before she crashed, I was just saying that, you know, he would have to go for that risky. He would have to try for it if Neb is just going to safe it out. But both of them going for it is unbelievable, and both of them missing as well. So absolute cinema so far. But now once again, Neb with a better start than Custodian so far, already putting himself up about 0.4, even potentially 0.6. It's going to be 0.5. So still
in chat saying that she's going to go for risky regardless of whatever happens in the round.
As she should. As she should. I know I kept crashing, but you don't have to compare it to me. Sorry, Bucket, sorry. It's the most recent memory of that happening. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we played this map. Oh, it's been 6 weeks, I would say. But yeah, so Neb still 2 seconds ahead now. Surely this is gonna be the one, gonna be the win for Neb to join the 3 Queenslanders in the grand finals. We'll have a look and see. 66% crash is showing the volatility of the maps that have been played. She's going for it, and she hit it.
And she made it. GG played. GG well played. And with that, we finished off the semi-finals for Div 5, and we are moving on to Div 3.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me quickly get that back up.